So this is Ben, everybody, and you probably saw him in an earlier video, and you've just been here for 2 weeks.
Yep.
There's a lot of transition from going from civilization to kind of woods living, so that I feel like took up some of the first part of it. But in particularly these last 3 days, I feel like there's been some pretty powerful experiences. And
Yeah.
can you share some of your thoughts? What you've found?
The first experience was when I decided to cook beans. Like the first time I decided to cook all by myself.
Yeah.
And like I was really worried about getting the fire started.
And you had
And
no
all that.
previous experience with fire starting really, or
No.
wilderness skills. Okay.
But yeah, like, and then the second I got that fire, I had this feeling like, I don't know, it was just such fulfillment, kind of like, oh, I got this fire. Like as if it was if nothing else mattered.
Mm.
And then I just kept like feeding the fire, and eventually, got the beans cooking, and then having the beans was like really good.
So there's the
And
direct reward for your efforts. Like you're so directly connected to
yeah,
the experience of getting those beans
Mhm.
into your body, of getting that fire. Huh.
and yeah, it was just incredible. I mean, never had that feeling at home where you just press on.
Hmm.
It's like very easy. But honestly, like, it made me excited, kind of like that when I come back to try out like all these recipes, and it'll just be so easy. Like I don't have to deal with the mosquitoes while trying to make the fire or anything like that.
Speaking of which, so we went up to that camp and we asked you to be in charge of getting a fire for us.
Yeah.
And I wish
It
I had some
was-
footage,
ooh.
because, I feel like I could almost not see my skin, how many mosquitoes were
Yeah, it was
on
insane.
there. So they were all over you, and we knew smoke was going to be our only salvation,
Mhm.
basically. And it was all up to you.
Yeah, like I was about to break too. I was like feeling itchy all over. But then I just got the spark. We used birch, right? Yeah, it was like the birch bark.
Yeah.
And then the second I got that, pretty much like everyone helped, like get the match, put it in the
Little
campfire.
birch bark shard that we call a match.
Yeah, birch
Yeah.
bark shard. Well, yeah, that was actually like wow. That was like I felt all the pressure was kind of on me in a way.
Yeah.
But I was just determined like to get that fire.
And I feel like most people would have just thrown up their hands and started screaming and swatting and running. I mean, the intensity you were working under was...
Yeah, and I feel like if I knew that was gonna happen, like, then I would have kind of given up, but because I kind of didn't know what to expect,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know, it made it so that I was just able to continue on.
How about that lightning storm?
Oh, that. Yeah, basically, like there's a big thunderstorm like in the middle of the night, and out of nowhere, like lightning pretty close to my tent, and then there's like this huge boom.
So for reference, we have a cabin where people can go as a storm shelter. It's really secure. But they were camping out in that first lightning strike. I mean, it came there was no distant rumble of thunder or anything to say,
It was just
hey,
out of nowhere.
you guys should go to the cabin. Boom, it
It
just
scared me
hit.
so bad.
Yeah.
And like I was kind of yelling like Garrett, like what do we do? And then, yeah, so we decided to go to the cabin, and like as I was walking to the cabin, I had this like irrational fear that any second like lightning's just gonna strike us. Even though actually after that, the thunder was pretty distant and average thunder. Yeah, then we slept in the cabin. That wasn't very fun. I don't know. 'Cause I didn't bring with me anything, so I just kind of slept like on the rug. Used some pants as like pillow.
Uh,
But yeah, that was oof. And I was kind of panicking. Like I couldn't get my flashlight from my survival pack, and because I couldn't find the zipper, and it was dark, and
mm.
my hands were kind of like shaky and stuff.
You got a sense of what it's like to be panicking, and basically afraid for your life in that sense of
Yeah,
the lightning could have
felt so vulnerable.
again, vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then your martial arts experience.
Mm.
Are you willing to talk about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
So basically, like before we did the sparring, I felt really like I don't want to do this. Like kind of lazy. Like it's kind of uncomfortable to do the sparring. But then I kind of, I guess, forced myself to do it, and like I felt pressure building up as I was sparring, and like I think Dustin was also kind of building up the pressure on me,
yeah.
and then at some point I kind of got mad and I like started hitting like more aggressively, and then really shortly after that I just had this insane urge like just to cry and everything, and then just started like sobbing, and it was really powerful. I did not expect that to happen, but man, I'm really glad it did. Like he literally, I think, cause here, I think, and he kind of like beat it out of me, in a good sense.
Yeah, I mean very controlled, but so these various experiences, what did you pull out of it? Like, what's your takeaway?
Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable and to delve into like discomfort and stuff that you're like scared of. Like the sparring was like uncomfortable, but then brought the sobbing out, and like that was a really powerful experience. And I could have just decided, to be lazy and back out, but then I wouldn't have that experience and like that. And it was actually really eye-opening too, so in a sense like delve into the discomfort.
Yeah.
And then like gifts kind of unfold as you do it. I feel like life kind of like rewards you for it in a way.
Kind of opposite of our culture's message of comfort at every turn, like how can you get most comfortable? And you're saying like go into discomfort.
Yeah, even on this trek, like going into discomfort was, walking through all the really dense shrubbery and everything. But honestly, just, I don't know, like sitting on this cliff, it really feels like worth it.
You earned it all the way from that distant cliff. Well, I guess you can't really see it well it's behind these trees, the one we came from. But
like we did all that,
and this is
it feels amazing.
and we get wild blueberries up here and gooseberries and there's some cherries that might even be ready up here.
Although, like yesterday, I had this feeling like because I'm leaving real soon.
Yeah.
Like I almost fell into this trap of like, all right, I'm leaving soon. I don't need to push myself anymore. Just take it really easy.
Yeah.
I think you always have to just do something that's uncomfortable. And and also when we went to Hayward.
Oh yeah.
And like
we did a town trip to see what that was like.
And socializing with people, I think that's also part of the next step for me, is to do that, feel comfortable with that. It's really all about expanding what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna practice that when I get home. There's a main street right near my house, and
nope, that was a good one, because you said social stuff is kind of tough for you, and I think it is for a lot of people. And then identifying that place in me where things are uncomfortable, and the easy thing to do is say, okay, I'm not going there.
Yeah, like, and I used to like think, small talk with people is just a waste of time and stuff, but that can really like uplift your mood
Yeah.
pretty drastically. And especially like approaching people in a positive way.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely like, if the cashier like say thank you with a smile, have a nice day, like stuff like that. All the stuff that I kind of overlooked that I now realize like it's pretty important.
Hmm. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was a life-changing experience.
It's been good.
I want to visit in the winter.
That'd be awesome. It's a different game in the winter. We get to do some intense stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, share your comments below and your thoughts about discomfort and going into it. All right, talk with you soon.